Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Josh's Advice Corner. Now, I'm gonna use this fucking video series to give out advice. May not be good advice, may not be the advice you want, but it'll be the advice you need. First, let's jump into the first question of the day. 26 female, an escort, and I'm falling in love with with one of my clients, 39-year-old male. All right, let's read this. Let's read this and see if we can give out some advice. I took this client about a year ago, and I was immediately struck with how handsome he was. As I got to know him, he showed himself to be kind, sweet, charismatic, utterly brilliant person. He's always as gentle as I've ever had to enforce any boundaries with him. Over the last year, I've come to look forward to the visits above any of my other clients. If there's a scheduling conflict, I give him the priority. Lately, I've been more intimate with him than my other clients. Cuddles, kissing, hugs, and other things I don't do with my other clients. I love my overnights with him. We have long, deep talks about everything. We have a lot of shared interests, and we just get along very well. I feel very safe with him. I'm falling in love with him. It's never happened to me before. I've always been kept emotions separate from my work. I can't help it with him. I will spend time with him. I don't bill him for, and I spend extra time with him, just to be, damn, and just love to be with him. I've been spending time with him casually, going on dates. I guess for lack of a better word, I'm not billing for either. The lines are starting to become more blurry. I don't know what to do. I think I want to move the relationship from professional to personal. Truth is, it's already becoming personal to me, but I imagine he would be okay with my work if I was his girlfriend. I'm afraid of being rejected by him and ruining our work relationship. I think I would give up this if to be with him. That's the presence of a whole new set of problems for me in finding a new career. I don't know what to do. Do I go for it, risk rejection, and ruining our professional relationship? Do I give up my career with him if he says yes? I don't think I could continue this if I was with him personally. Do I just keep silent and continue our relationship as is, or do I drop him as a client altogether? I was looking for a guy to save me, but I can't help what I'm feeling for him. Okay, so you weren't looking for a guy to save you, which is understandable because in your line of work, you gotta keep your emotions separate. For my personal opinion, if you feel so strongly about the guy, see what he feels. If he feels the same way, or he's just a sweet kind of guy and he feels like there's an emotional connection, go for it. I wouldn't necessarily talk to him and see if he's okay with you continuing to do the work. If he's not and you feel like it'll hurt him if you continue, drop it. I'm pretty sure that you won't have a hard time finding a new career because a lot of people who were in your industry have bailed out and have been able to find more flourishing careers. And if he's okay with you continuing to do the work, hey, you got a good guy there. You got a good guy. He's not jealous or anything. He's doing the right thing. All right, let's jump into the next question. Okay, this one looks fun. I just found out my 20-year-old male girlfriend, 18, cheated on me with my two best friends. Whoa. Just found out last night I could barely sleep or eat. So last weekend, me and my girlfriend and two of my best friends since 4th grade were at my place drinking and listening to music. It's what we do every other weekend. For the past year or so, we had a lot of drinks, and it ended with me getting really drunk, and I basically pass out, and my friends carry me to bed. I thought they were left after that, and my girlfriend cleaned, but then came to bed with me. But last night, While me and my girlfriend were eating dinner, she broke down crying and confessed that after my so-called friends carried me to bed, they both had sex with her at the same time on the couch. So she got that Boston market action. More power to you, lady. She said that she was drunk and confused and begged me to forgive her. Ooh. Ooh, I gotta know what the rest of this is. I have to know. I honestly don't know what to do or feel how to feel. I don't know what to do. I'm staying at my mom's house. I think she's glad to see me. I never done anything like this before. She was my love. It's so hard to be apart, and I loved her so much. Alright. So, first and foremost, those guys are no longer your friends. It should never be your friends again. If they can willingly take advantage of a drunk girl on a couch with you like 20 feet away, no, that's not okay. Drop those friends, and if she's really like apologetic about it, if she's really sorry, I would say give it another chance. I would say give it another chance. But if you feel like you can look her in the face and it just be a totally okay situation, then totally. But if you feel like you can't do that, drop the relationship, go do something else. That's the only thing I could really tell you to do. Alright. Next one. Probably gonna do like 4 of these. This isn't. Oh, I got another cheating story. Me, male 30, my girlfriend 27 of 6 years cheated on me. Another cheating story. I love these cheating stories because then I get to relay my own experience into them and relay how I feel about it. But I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm like Dr. Phil, but a lot more edgy. I was in a good, stable relationship for 6 years, aren't we all? We just went away and had an amazing time. We'd spoken about the idea of marriage, children, etc. She's never given me any reason to distrust her, but when I got back from the trip with a friend, she confessed she kissed and fumbled around? Fumbled around with a guy at work. Fumbled around. I fooled around yet, but I've never fumbled with anyone. I feel like I'm playing football. What the fuck? The guy with a guy at work. This guy has been sniffing around her for months. Sniffing? Sniffing? So he's just like a fucking dog. He's sniffing around. Probably 6 months. The first time I met him, he said something to her that I thought was dodgy. But only her and someone else heard it. Like, you're amazing. I don't think much wanted to be plastered. What? I didn't think much as he was plastered. So coming months, they really got really close friends, quote unquote, quotes. She talked about him all the time, saying how funny he is, but also saying how weird looking he is. What? And how he can't get a girlfriend because he's a bit weird. Things like that. He's weird looking, but she fumbled around with him. I need to know, is she attracted to ugly guys? Because she's a 1 in a million there. They go out drinking together with other friends as colleagues, but it always seems to be them the last out. She even brought him back to stay at our spare room a few times. Whew. Once I opened the door to see her naked from the bottom down, getting clothes off the drying rack in the spare room. He peeped his head from behind the door. She claimed that it was an accident, and she pulled down her top to cover everything. I just needed to get something. I was pretty angry about this. As you should be! As you should be! There's no way to be other than angry about this! Because I wouldn't have dreamed of doing something like that and expect to get away with it. They continue the same, though, going out for dinner. I brought it up. I thought it was inappropriate, and she accused me of not letting her have male friends, which isn't true. But this felt creepy to me. Of course it did. I suspected he was trying to drive a wedge between us and being opportunistic. I even thought at some point she's going to come home and tell me he tried it on her, and she know I was right. Then that did happen. But she was so drunk that whatever reason she went along with it, she claims not to remember anything about it or of what happened after it. So I don't know if it really ended there. Only that she went home shortly after. So this happened in the streets somewhere. Very classy. Very fucking classy. Don't do stuff like that in the streets. I pee in the streets, okay? If I see you fumbling around on the ground or having sex in an alley, I'm gonna piss on you, alright? Okay, I'm just gonna pee right on you. Well, it's never given me any reason to distrust her. I feel like this chain of events is actually so fucked up, looking back, that I don't think I should forgive her. No, you shouldn't. Don't fucking forgive her. It's done. It's over with. She's a piece of shit. She's really upset. She feels awful. And she isn't a bad person. Okay, the last advice thing I gave, it's totally understandable, some cases, whatever, but there's obviously some sort of attraction there between these two, and you should not fucking forgive her. She's clearly got a drinking problem. I've had a drinking problem. I've never cheated on anyone. Yeah, I have. Fuck. I'm the bad person to be asking this question. Drinking problem said she would quit for good, but I don't believe a word she says anymore. If you don't believe a word she says anymore, it's time to go. It's time to bail. Time to go home. Time to do whatever you feel like is necessary. It's time to go. Next one. This sounds like the beginning of a porno. I gotta read this one. Oh man, I gotta see what the spicy bullshit is over here. My stepbrother, 35-year-old male, confesses attraction to me when I was 22. Found out I was adopted. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Oh man. This is gonna be great. Oh, gonna love this one. My whole life I was raised to believe my parents were my biological parents. I have two older stepbrothers, one brother less than a year older. My stepbrothers were raised by our mom, but they always had a difficult relationship. When my mom married my dad, both of my stepbrothers chose to go live with their dad. Even though they lived on another continent, all of my family were still meet up once or twice a year. All four of us in a group chat, we keep up with each other's lives and support each other. This is especially true recently, as my family has to deal with some major issues. It's never fun to deal with major issues. Never fun at all. These issues, whoa, God, oh man, I don't know what happened with there. My screen decided, nope. These issues forced my parents to tell me I was adopted. Whew. I went to pieces and I'm still reevaluating my whole entire life since then. Turns out my stepbrothers knew and had been keeping it a secret too. Oh, family secret. Sounds like a soap opera. I need to read more. I was angry at them, but then they both literally rushed to my support as they both flew halfway around the world to reassure me that they'll be there for me. Stepbrother stuck around for a few days because he had a newborn to get back to. Stepbrother 2 used his vacation time so we can go on a trip together. Me, him, and brother number 3. Towards the end of the trip, we dropped brother number 3 off at college and continued on our drive to the city stepbrother 2 would fly out. We had one last day together in the city, known for its nightlife, so we decided to go all out. When we got back to our room, we both still rolling pretty hard, and we were just on the balcony wandering in a view, hugging and talking. I didn't know if it was the ecstasy or what. So you guys dropped ecstasy? You guys dropped ecstasy. Okay, alright, so you guys dropped ecstasy. After finding you were adopted, you dropped ecstasy. Alright. You do you, boo-boo. When I got back to I didn't know if it was ecstasy or what, but we were just expressing appreciation for one another. When he confessed that he finds himself attractive to me, It was really confusing for me because I felt so deeply connected to him in that moment that I didn't react appropriately at all. It was like I was thinking it over, and not really because I wasn't considering it. I was just rolling too hard to have immediately been put off by the reaction. But the flurry of negative emotions eventually triggered a panic attack. The plan was that I see him off of the airport that morning, but that obviously didn't happen. We said an awkward goodbye. He left without talking to us about what happened. I didn't bring it up, so I felt like I didn't really understand what happened there. I know if that's something I could brush off. Should I mention he was drinking while we were rolling? So he was apparently more impacted than I was. How am I supposed to go forward from this? Okay, so how you go forward from this? Personally, that's how I... No, not personally. How you go forward from this? You don't talk for a year, okay? Don't talk to him for a year, alright? So this fucking fresh bullshit can just roll over somewhere. Just get brushed over to the side. His sexual attraction for you will just leave, okay? Hopefully. Okay, he was drunk, but you were all drunk. He'd been drinking, you were on ecstasy. I can't imagine how horrible this event could have gone if you had reciprocated. And it would have been a lot worse. That's my advice. Don't fucking talk to him for a year. Just let it brush over. Let it ball over. Let me get one more out of this episode. Thinking about leaving my husband. No, that's not good. Whoa, gotta read this one. This one's probably fucking funny. My 24-year-old female boyfriend, 23 male, is upset when I talk during sex. LOL, I think it's fine. Okay, alright, let's get into this one. Basically, he expressed to me that he doesn't like how normal my voice sounds during sex. He wants me to be stuttering and moaning. Maybe he should make you stutter and moan. Maybe you should have brought that up during sex, but that's just me. And he was unable to be able to inform. The sex is not great. That's just not realistic. I've never had sex that leaves me unable to talk normally. Well, here's the transcript of what I say during sex. Just normal voice, usually whispering. He thinks I sound like I'm talking. It doesn't sound like I'm really enjoying myself. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you're not enjoying yourself and he's just upset that you're not enjoying yourself. But there's a transcript of what you're saying during sex, so I have to read this. I have to read this. Okay, here's what I usually say. I'm excited, that feels good. Yeah, keep going. I'm close, keep going. I'm really close, that feels good. I'm gonna come. Oh, I'm coming. Tiny moon, not as loud as it feels. Not as loud as it feels good. Oh, tiny moon? Tiny moan. This is a tiny moon. Not loud, it feels so good. Oh fuck, that felt good. That was weird to type out, but anyway, let's be mature adults here. I'd like to think I'm a mature adult. No, fuck that. I'm not a mature adult. I am way, way below mature, okay? I am reading this fucking thing like I would read a meme, alright? I am way past being a mature adult here. When my boyfriend said I talk too normal, I was like, what? The blabbering and whining and moaning noises are only in porn. Thank you, lady. Thank you. I'm glad that someone understands that you only get that bullshit during porn. Alright? I'm glad someone completely understands. Usually no girl is out here crying and shitting herself during sex. That's a whole different genre, okay? That's a whole different genre. We're not getting into that here. Because it feels so good. She can't handle it. He's tried various things, and he's frustrated that I haven't gone cross-eyed and made screaming bird sounds. Oh, great. Oh, my God. If you're having sex and your girl goes, squawk, then that's not good. That's very strange. Just don't do that. No one, please God, if a girl, no, fuck that. I'd break down laughing if that happened. I'm just not a screamer or moaner. I'll have dirty talk before sex, but takes too much brain work during where I'm thinking, is that sexy? What should I say next? It makes me forget I'm literally in the middle of having sex and it's just distracting. I indicate what he wants from me. I'm just moaning and screaming obnoxiously next time. And seeing how he likes it, because I'm pretty sure once he experienced it, he'd hate it. I think my sex talk is fine. I'm telling him that I'm enjoying myself, encouraging him, and telling him what point I'm at, so he's not confused or asking me, are you close? Which is so damn annoying. Alright. Obviously, he's threatened by the fact you're not doing all the porn cliches. He's threatened by it, which most guys probably would be. I'm not, because, you know, shit. It's the last time I had sex, 1947 probably. But what I'm saying is, it is what it is. You're enjoying yourself. That's what matters. You don't have to reassure him that you're enjoying yourself. Fuck that. Don't reassure him. But you should really make bird noises during sex next time and see if he likes it. Alright, guys. That's enough for today's episode. I'll be back with some more advice. Giving out that fresh, hot piping advice. Fresh, hot piping advice. He's not piping you good enough, I guess. I don't know. Alright, catch you later.